Bluthner design is quite superb and very different. If you look here, it's a very different design in there. These L-shaped springs, there's one or two, there's one or two that could do with strengthening. So if we look at this, I've strengthened the middle C here, so it checks, but perhaps I've strengthened it too much. It bounces back up, maybe too much, but it does rest on the rail. The main thing is that it should rest on this rail. So there's a sort of fine line with these. It's an interesting thing to regulate. These are going down too rapidly, not really holding enough, so that spring is better. So I strengthen it by pulling it backwards. There are different opinions on this, but I prefer pulling it backwards because on one or two occasions I've managed to break this joint here. So I didn't try to, but the L shape there, a little bit weak there, so if you try and bend it up, take this out and the slot, bend it upwards, it's possible to break it here, but if you pull it backwards, it doesn't happen at all. At least I haven't had that happen. So pulling it backwards is my method of doing that. If you're working on Bluthners regularly, you might not like that idea, so please let me know underneath. I'd love to learn. So the most important job, really, definitely replacing the hammers, and that will make a vast difference. They put Renner or Arbel hammers, normally Arbel for Bluthner we tend to choose. Now, normally extremely common with Bluthners is that the let-off goes right out of regulation, so it lets off too early. This is B on the left and C on the right, and we'll see that C gets a lot closer. And B's coming off in about a bit less than 1 centimetre, about 1 centimetre away from the string, and C is coming off as close as we can get it, so that it still plays without any problems, not going to block on the string. I'll just show you how to regulate that. So this is the C here, and the regulation for the let-off is actually in reverse on the Bluthner. It makes it feel smoother. I've talked about that before. So this is the regulation tool for that, and you just put it on top of the let-off here and turn it. I've already done the C and just turned it about 1 turn. You turn it anti-clockwise to get it to go later, so that C comes off later than the B. So we'll just see what that difference that makes when you're playing the piano. That's all to do with sensitivity. So if I'm just going to play them so they make a noise, so go a bit more pressure each time. So you can hear that C sounds before B. In other words, you can play it more quietly. Now if I play it a bit louder, that's still not coming in. B's still not coming in, and there we go. So it just makes it more sensitive, basically, so you can play quieter. And of course musicians love that. Sensitivity is so important, really, if you want expression. So adjusting the let-off is something we definitely will do. Of course, if you put new hammers on, then it'll make a slight difference as well. So when you put the new hammers on first and then do all the regulation after that, and they will do the key weighting after that too.